So my fridge kept making noise on and off while I was recording this video, so that's what you hear in the background sometimes. Yay! On to the spiel. I took piano lessons for the majority of my childhood. I picked up other instruments along the way, and while I took lessons for a couple of them, those early piano years laid the groundwork for me to be able to learn new musical instruments relatively quickly. I seriously considered pursuing music as a career, at first as a music teacher. I was the one a lot of people went to when they had questions about music theory. I figured if I was going to spend most of my free time annotating sheet music, I might as well get paid for it. Then a thought popped in my head. If I would be willing to teach myself, then I am justified in profiting off of teaching other people. This made sense to me. So I asked myself, would I be willing to teach 5-year-old me the piano and bestow upon her the joy of music? And the answer is no. I wouldn't want to be anywhere near her. I was over piano after 2 weeks, but my parents refused to let me quit. My dad had to drag me into my lessons kicking and screaming. That's not an exaggeration. I was literally kicking and screaming, which was not a fun scenario for any party involved. The tantrums faded as I got older, but the general apathy and complacency and mediocrity persisted. This translated into a practically non-existent practice schedule, not taking criticism, and just generally being a disappointment. Definitely not going into teaching. I thought about going into performing, which was short-lived. My main experiences playing in front of people were piano recitals, and most of them were waking nightmares, albeit self-inflicted. I didn't want to do it, my parents wouldn't give in, I didn't practice because I didn't want to, I'd play on stage and be terrible, then I'd feel bad about it, reinforcing my desire to never play in public. 6 months later, the cycle would repeat. I also got tired of doing the dance. If you're not familiar, the dance is when someone puts you on the spot and asks you to play something. You're never really asked to play anything. It's a demand disguised as a request. It goes a little something like this.
Will you play me something?
No, I don't have anything prepared.
But you can improvise, right?
Well, yes.
So improvise something.
I don't really want to.
Play a f***ing song.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I got tired of being a sentient radio. But there's a specific drive needed to succeed as a professional musician, and I just don't possess it. I'm happiest when I don't need to play in front of hordes of perfect strangers or cave into the demands of entitled Karens who treat me as a servant. I play on my own terms, and that works for me. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. If you liked it, share it with a friend and spread the joy. If you didn't like it, share it with a friend so you guys can hate me together. Because misery loves company.